The cleansing of Earth is a necessary step on the path to a brighter tomorrow.
Who is this diva?
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
We must pray now, brothers. Pray that he is watching.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
There he is.
Attempting to acquire the Hell Priest signal.
VEGA. He didn't make a copy of his OS in the first game.
Consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hell Priest signal locked in. The target is marked, but the signal will not hold for long.
For it is he that they fear, not man, or his armies. They fear the mark of the beast.
Still better be headbanging. So, just like my... Oh, do you have a little... That's cool, they upgraded them. Oh, well, I have played it. I just never realized this little outfit. So, I will be doing what I did in the first Doom 2016 version. I'll be reading all the lore. Possessed by the influence of hell, these once human underlings that follow in hell's ranks are those that have been corrupted and deceived by its power, forsaking their own humanity. Those who have fully succumbed to hell's control cannot be saved, becoming mindless, grotesque contortions of their former selves. Sorry about my fan if you can hear it. So, huge amount of lore I brushed up on from after I finished the first 2016. So I can't dump all of it right now. It'll probably take a few videos. But I will mention more in this one and some things I missed. So apparently there is like So apparently there is more than one Doom guy. There is parallel universes in this universe. So we could have multiple Earths, multiple Doom guys. I think there's one or two depending on which game you play. They're the same character, but different versions of that character. So the Doom guy we're playing now from the 2016 version and now is from a different version, not this version's of Doom. Kind of preferred the old UI. Demon's Arsenal. Here we go. As the renowned weapon masters of the Night Sentinels profess, it is the warrior that makes the weapon great. I'll bet an unconventional choice, the chainsaw has become a staple of the Doomslayer's personal arsenal. For that kind of work that requires enemy dismemberment, the chainsaw is the right tool for the job. Combat Shotgun. Despite the wealth of armament options for the modern combat specialist, this trusty workhorse remains a firm favorite among operatives. When matched against superheated plasmoids or gauss-driven projectiles, the ballistic impact of the combat shotgun holds its own. The simplicity of the design ensures that the weapon is extremely quick and reliable, yet the vast array of ammunition types make it versatile and flexible, colloquially known as the crowd appeaser. A locked and loaded combat shotgun will pass by even the most righteous of assailants. Doomblade. A modification to the Praetor suit. The arm-mounted Doomblade is designed to increase the Slayer's short-range striking power, stronger enough to sever demonic flesh and bone. The blade's serrated edge allows the Slayer to break through enemies' defenses and attack where a conventional weapon is ineffective. So I did find out that the Praetor suit was given to the Doomslayer. It is not human-made. I got that wrong in the first game. It was given to him by some specific person. I forgot the name. Gory kills, chainsaw. Yep. Okay, we got a new... Press X. Yeah, okay. I don't really like this. That's not a big deal, but... Oh, they loved when they colored it. These are hells. So, Hell Essence is made from the torture of souls. And apparently Argent Energy is also matched. In the last game I made a joke that aliens. Turns out no, that is 100% correct. There are different planets, different creations, different worlds, and different civilizations. Turns out to make Argent Energy you needed Hell Essence mixed with Wraith Energy. They're a different type of creation made by Davoth. Again, I want to play and not say everything right now. Double jump. So apparently Davoth is the first creation, or just a very powerful being. You can even say he's a god if you really want to. Created the Khans, the Imperium, or something like that. He made a civilization. I'll put it up on the screen. Short story short, he made them everything, he loved them, everything fine, but he didn't like seeing them die. Mortality. Some modbots. Sticky, full auto. I think in this game, this time I don't punch the robots. To activate the weapon, okay. I think in this version of the game, the explosive option is better. I'll stick to what's familiar. Right, before I do that, I missed a collectible. So I will be getting all the collectibles, mostly, and reading most of the lore. if not all of the lore. Question mark. Okay, we got the bot. Okay, it does feel better in this one. Even though I used it for the entire game in the first one, I think this one you just keep spinning it until the bullets run out. Gotta be careful. Oh, I like removed all the meat off his bones. Here the imps. Thing on the most basic gory kill where you just break their elbow and then jam it into their skull. It's one of my favorites. The codex are floating. I like the page, but I don't. Nah, I'm complaining. It's just a little tiny pet peeve. Okay, cool. We can view the image. Atop mighty thralls, the Hell Priests oversaw the invasion of the mortal world. The thrall slave titans of the underworld carried the priests' temples into the wake of battle, providing the priests with vigil of Hell's advance from a strategically impervious emplacement. From the temple perch, the priests would emanate a powerful psionic influence, imposing greater coordination among the chaotic forces of hell, and increasing their battle effectiveness. The thrall, possessing superior resilience, proved indestructible by conventional weapons, thwarting all attempts by Orc defense forces. Only by severing the priest's psychokinetic tether could the titans be neutralized, an act that could be accomplished by an infiltration of the temple itself. Sorry, the font is a bit annoying in some words. So the race that Davoth created was the Makers. That's just what they're called. So they're an advanced extra-dimensional race that hail from the realm Urdak. So Urdak is practically a utopian society when Davoth created it.
My soul remains guarded. You can
Have your coin. Okay, so the guy we just, decapitated.
Has been terminated. The demonic consumption of Earth has been reduced by 36.8%. There are 2 Hell Priests remaining.
So that hell priest we killed was actually, they used to be the Deag princes, the Deag prince. There was 3 of them. They were Argentians. They're another race. The Night Sentinels, Argentians, and this is where Doom went and learnt to fight when he got transported in the very first game to a different version of his reality, different universe, a parallel universe. But eventually they figured out that Argent Energy, Hellwraith Energy is really powerful. They betrayed their own kind, the Argentians, and then they decided, hey, let's just make Hell Energy ourselves. At first, they would, the Khan Maykrs would come to Argenta, the planet, and then, come bearing gifts. In return, they just wanted them to pray to them or, like, worship them and stuff. And in return, they would give them technology, advancement, and energy, the same energy that was made, Hell Essence, Argent Energy. The Deag princes would just be like their envoys, speaking really high praise to the makers like a priest would. But eventually they betrayed their own people and the makers and basically tried to take Argent Energy for themselves. Then they joined Hell, and over time they became more demonic. We saw him, he basically looked like a demon. Before, they just looked like normal dudes. The same height and tall, but less demonic and sharp teeth. Remaining human populations. Oof. Australia's safe. Unless there's nothing left. View content. VEGA data entry. Nearly 60% of the planet has been consumed by the demons. With the rate of expansion increasing each day, the majority of the world population died in the first month of the Hell invasion. Following the catastrophic failure of virtually every man-made system, military response was immediate but only marginally effective at providing safe retreat to civilians, with many fortified locations cut off from the outside communications. Facing overwhelming position, the makeshift fortresses have gradually fallen to the growing demon presence. One after another, large portions of the Hell's surface have become uninhabitable, with swarms of demons scouring the globe and most regions suffering from an atmosphere that was becoming infected and poisonous by process of some form of alien terraformation. Imagine all the animals in Australia. It's keeping everyone safe in Australia. And Jukad, is the society. The problem with the Khan Maykrs, they're basically a superhuman race, smart. At first, when I played Doom Eternal for the first time, I just thought they were weird versions of demons. Yes, they're covered in gold, beautiful, aesthetic, but they have sharp teeth and kind of look like demons. No, I was completely wrong. They're not demons like the demons we're fighting, hell demons. That's literally the way they look and shaped. Okay, get another one. So, I'm not sure. I think in the first game there was a chance to miss certain weapons. Objective marker shows where your current objective is. Okay. So it's just gonna randomly give them to me? Ah, damn it. Then I'm just gonna remember to read them. Scavengers of the underworld, imps are among the most common of beasts found on the scorched surface of hellscape. Lesser demons of hell, the imp possesses limited intelligence driven only by a hunter impulse to seek out prey, a task for which the imp is naturally suited due to its innate capacity for violence. As a result of these attributes, the imp makes for an ideal foot soldier and is deployed in the warring legions of hell, easily manipulated and controlled by a commanding highborn demons. At the behest of sovereign chapters, it is common for the imp to appear at the front line of an offensive attack and expendable resource unleashed in great number to overcome and break through the enemy's front. I showed you if you die to an imp in the first game, you will see the imp literally dismember Doom Guy. So even if these are the lowest of the lowest demons, they're pretty tough. So a human person has no chance. Okay, nope. Soldiers. Once front... I hate that font, Frant. Once frontline infantry fighting to protect Earth from the demon invasion, the Hell soldiers have been claimed by darkness, turning them against their fellow soldiers in the midst of battle. So anyone who uses Hell energy for a long period of time, I mean, physically uses it, slowly becomes distorted like this. Okay, so it has their weakness, and... okay, cool. Zombies, the Cocoa Demon, the Cacao. View image. Hunters of the Slothlands, the Cocoa Demon lurks the bottomless and murky depths of hell in search for easy prey. An aimless wanderer, the Cocoa Demon, mostly devoid of cognitive ability, sensory awareness, and otherwise commonly occurring impulses driven only by a singular desire to feed. The Cocoa Demon is likely to appear wherever there is fresh to be consumed, bringing with it an insatiable propensity for hunger. It is said that the Cocoa Demon bears some resemblance to the cyclocliptic titans of ancient hell, Cyclops. Man, I'm bad at reading sometimes, but this font is making it ancient hell lore, leading Sentinel scholars to believe that the forgotten titans may yet live on in some disembodied form. Whew. Yeah, so the shotgun explosive mod is really good in this one. And I think they even made it so you can just lob a grenade and into the mouth of the Cocoa Demons and they'll just eat it and you can get an easy kill. Ho ho ho. So I'm not sure, the lore video I watched said that Hell had very, very easy time taking everything over because in the first game, humans used Argent Energy for everything because they ran out of plutonium and uranium for their nuclear reactors. So when Samuel Hayden is a Khan Maykr. He is of that race. He came to Earth, this version of Earth, made a human form, lived as a human, then developed cancer. He has the power to make a human form, lived as a human, but still developed cancer in that incident. Not sure if it was due to the Argent exposure. Then transferred his intellect and himself into Samuel Hayden, into a robotic cyborg. So technically, the whole Khan race, Davoth was sad every time one of his creations would die. He would feel sad, even though they lived for like 5,000-6,000 of years. He basically gave them even more longer life. So every Khan, a Khan is like the king or the main leader of Jukad, and each Khan lives to about 10,000 years. Then another Khan is produced. So the main goal Davoth made for his people was to find a cure for death, basically. He wanted immortality for his people. and the way they sounded, he was actually genuinely cared about his people. But eventually he found out, eventually they figured out how to do it, but they felt that giving this power to Davos, letting him know about it, would be a very, very bad thing. They basically realized that their creator was probably going to use this information for evil. So, I'm getting too ahead of myself. I'll come back to this. Okay, I almost forgot. Another collectible. Oh. So when Argent Energy went down, I'm not sure due to us blowing up the Mars facility, so they couldn't send data packets or energy packets back. Energy packets back to Earth. Every single system that was powered by Argent went offline, and so they had practically no defense for that. There's a bit more parkour in this game. It's kind of like the thing Olivia Pierce was turned into. I didn't realize that thing that Olivia Pierce turned into, like a hive demon, was actually in the first game, like in the arcade versions of the games. There'll be a lot of stuff I missed. More charges to take out special enemies with the chainsaw. The helmet I picked up, that little icon, the way it was shaped, that helmet, is actually Doom Slayer's armor on Jakad. He wore it like some sort of Conan the Barbarian armor. He's saving his friend. I hope that the little pieces I pick up, kind of like the first one, I really like how it scientifically explains some of the weapons and stuff. Ooh, isn't this the LMG? Weapon wheel. No, something different. Heavy cannon. I common complaint among users of this punch-packing conventional weapon is the weight, as most of the component parts are forged in tungstenium, a proprietary alloy developed to withstand the enormous stresses imparted by the optional exploding dart ammunition. However, this additional weight makes the heavy cannon an ideal sniper rifle, as swaying and tremors are more mitigated by the massive bulk. Trigger management is of the highest priority when using this weapon, as self-inflicted gunshot wounds are common, thanks to its no-pull reflex trigger system. So this is the sniper LMG kind of thing. So I think this guy, I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say stuff that I'm probably wrong about. Atmosphere. Okay, they still have the maps. Hello. Oh. Yeah, this was the gun I thought I was picking up in the previous game. It's funny when they fight each other. So I try to figure out how much, like, Doom guys. Oh yeah, this. They upgraded the hologram. She just says really weird, demonic stuff. It's like the UAC just like switch sides. They literally did the serve in hell kind of thing. Or I might be wrong. It could just be that, you know, hell corrupts everything. It could just mean that it corrupted technology. They might explain it further on. Back in here. Damn it. Oh, and I thought that the first 3 games were all, you know, basically Sega Saturn kind of games. I don't like playing those games, not because I don't like them. I actually really enjoy watching people play them. I only don't like playing this game just because I'm bad at them. Back in the day, where games used to be very tough, you only get a certain save point, but modern games, you get checkpoints every 7 seconds. And the way it's set out, I'm very easily get lost. Even in modern games I get lost if they're too big. So I don't want people watching me flayed around for like 4 hours. Especially Doom, it's supposed to be a high-paced game. I really like in the way they designed the level... Come on, don't make me eat my words. Okay, good. The way they designed the level, they let you go back pretty well. I'm not really sure, but it might be that they let you go all the way to the start. Remaining population 2. Although several 100,000 more were safely evacuated out of orbit in a mass exodus following the invasion, the expected odds of survival is considered unlikely for many of these lifeboats carrying cryogenically frozen passengers. Religious iconography and communes are now commonplace among survivors, with the collective perception of events taking on a biblical nature. Many seek authority from a higher power to rationalize the sudden destruction of their world, believing these events represent a form of divine punishment. So, in one of the first game, Doom 1 or 2, the main story revolves around, it could actually be the Doomslayer we are playing as now. You go back to Earth, you find everyone, your friend, your buddy, Daisy, and your family. Pretty sure he does have a family. Everyone's dead, so he gets enraged and kills everything. And even in that game, they have life pods shooting out into space, trying to preserve whatever humanity was left. But in that game, you get a chance to go back, kill the last demon guarding a specific command station, so you can radio back to the life pods that it's safe to come back to Earth. Ooh, extra lives immediately revive you if you run out of health. Oh, okay. I think that's actually very... on lower levels it might not matter, but what you're playing on insane difficulty. So what I was saying about the 3 games is, turns out Doom 3 is actually a 3D game, kind of like these, like PlayStation or Xbox graphics. We'll definitely be playing that. But I might try playing the really old Sega versions. Could be on different platforms, I just say Sega. There's another Hell Barge. So once we grab the Hell Priest, he says, my soul is protected, meaning his blood can't be spilled due to some whatever mumbo jumbo that we made, but we have the coin, almost like a seal that removes his immortality. So we were able to, wring his neck. Oh. Frames. Why am I shooting the thing that can't? Damn it. Who is this diva? Oh, that looked like Dune for a second. Mars Walker. Probably would have watched it. Yeah, that sounds like a cool movie. I'm just imagining Clint Eastwood on Mars. Need ammo. Can you guys see that? Look, the code is 666. Ow, ow, ow. I'll be doing this. Oh, surprisingly, I already got mods for both gun. Oh, for the first gun. Precise bolt, micro missiles. Yeah, this is the one. Bottomless missiles. I'll do this one. Oh, and VEGA is the father. He is kinda the maker that ascended to, well, basically godhood. When Daevoth was subdued by his own creation, the Makers, he transcended, kind of absorbed some of Daevoth's power, if I'm right. It could be wrong. But he basically became the new god of Jakad, and everyone saw to him as their king god thing. And they kind of they changed their law to the world, so they didn't realize how they came into existence. So the sanitized version is the father created them, everything's fine, we're space scientists, and we're good and prosperous. Not that the creator who made us became evil and we imprisoned our own creator, kind of thing. Frag grenade. Ooh, I can launch it. Right, I think in this one we also get a flamethrower. Could redeem it. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so nice. Okay. Ooh. That was it. Yeah, you saw that little armor. It's kind of like, it's not like the Praetor suit's armor, but when Doomslayer was on the Argenta planet, that was the armor he wore. So reloads eventually. Gotta say, they actually made it a little difficulty. Made it more difficult. This was the same level. What was it? The difficulty level hurt me plenty in the first game. To admit that the first game was pretty easy on that level. Maybe I should have played it on a little hard. But this one, the same difficulty hurt me plenty is actually good. This feels like normal. The other one, I think I made it too easy.
Would like to thank you for your support during this transition. Your suffering continues to inspire us.
Okay, I might be wrong. It could just be Hell's influencing the hologram.
We welcome you, brothers and sisters, to your new home.
So you don't really have to aim, just aim in the general direction. It's kind of like a scripted kill. Which I'm not making fun of it for it or complaining. Excuse me? Oh, okay. Formation of the Ark. Ah, right. This is the, let's leave. Armored Response. Oh, no, maybe it's Armored Response Coalition. ARC. I kept confusing with the UAC. View. Following the total collapse of international civilization, nations and boundaries as we know them have ceased to exist. A handful of remaining bureaucrats, government officials, and military leaders have managed to survive by use of protective bunkers kept secret to the greater population. Conveying under the flag of the Allied nations, this governing body represents all that remains of rule of law, forming what would essentially become a single world government. Military bases in communications with the AN have made efforts to regroup and centralize their area of command, establishing fortified safe havens for survivors, stockpiling food, and scavenging for supplies. Only proprietary military use communication remained functional, enabling military entities under command of the Allied nations to coordinate in humanitarian aid and defense operations. By 2151, the formation of the Ark has taken the highest priority, as it is considered to be, in all practical terms, the last hope of humanity. Oh, what the fuck? Tentacle. Not every tentacle has one inside, okay? The subject of great scrutiny for ARC scientists on Earth, these hell-growth formations have appeared all over the planet, taking hold whatever hell has made its presence known, forming chaotic, seemingly random structural patterns. The propagation of hell growth has taken root at an alarming rate, exhibiting a cellular reproduction cycle that ARC scientists fear may become impossible to contain. The resulting environmental effect is extremely hostile to terrestrial life, producing atmospheric biocontagions and a multitude of organic hazard. Wherever these nest-like formation emerge, they are protected by swaths of defensive tendrils, long thorn tentacles, and that demonstrate keen awareness of their surrounding, fully capable of disemboweling anything that deems to be a potential threat to the nest. Good thing I opened my map. Cheat codes activate special modifiers. Right, so I won't be enabling anything. I'm not sure if they block achievements. Oh, I also checked, I tried to look up, let's say the human punching force is, let's see, Mike Tyson, his punching force around 1,800 psi. So I asked ChatGPT what would be the theoretical of Doomslayer's punching force. It came... So about his punch, sorry, my game, I ran a lost power. So when I checked it up, it told me that Doom Guy's punch could theoretically be 100,000 psi, and then that's not involving his superhuman. You know, he can practically break the freaking ground if he wanted to. Oh, I see you. Sneaky. It's not a collectible, but it's gonna drive me insane. Yes. Okay. Oh, now you open. I like it, Picasso.
Forget about the future. To suffer is to be present.
I just sat on him. His armor popped off. And they stick. The other one you have to like aim at like a grenade launcher. The hole. Ooh. How am I supposed to... Oh, and...
Khan Maykr
Wait.
is nearby. She is inside that demonic citadel. I will mark her location on your HUD.
As we know of Khan Maykr already. So, forgot what I was saying. So in the first game we went to some places that just look like ruins of an ancient world. Turns out that's what hell is. Well, no, that's not what hell is. When hell invades a planet, it literally becomes hell. And so in hell, when we're moving to place, it could just be different parts of planet that has been conquered by the hell dimension. You can see everything has been turning like this.
The gathering of hell priests is located just above your location. My scans indicate there is a lift at the center of this facility.
So we're on a hell barge? No, Citadel. Oh, come on, we could definitely fit in there. Fast travel allows you to teleport to predetermined points in the map. Use it to find additional items and complete optional encounters. Fast travel unlocks near the end of a mission. Access fast travel in the map in the dossier. Huh. Will that repopulate the map? Hell Priest. There we are. So they used to be Argentine, and they would basically be envoys for the Maker, and like priests and nuns and stuff like that. But they corrupted themselves by taking Argent Energy from themselves, betraying the Makers and the Argentinians, their own race. Wait, let me read that though. Oh, I can't expand it. Powerful practitioners of arcane magics, the priests have warped their power to suit their insidious purpose, harnessing the dark forces of hellish psychomancy to prepare Earth for the final blood ritual. By blood were the Hell Priests bound to the dark ritual, which now consumed Earth, and so long as even one of them lives, the consumption of Earth would continue, allowing Hell unfettered rule of the mortal world. Only by destroying the priest can the blood ritual be stopped and the Earth saved. So the Khan Maykr is basically struck a deal with them, saying, hey, you can keep your Hell energy, but she also needs Argent energy. So she's like, let's harvest Earth, this version of Earth. So she's working with these Hell Priests. Oh, and most importantly, Davoth, they imprisoned him in a life sphere, the god that created them, but then they turned against him. The Khan Maykr has lived over 10,000 years. And it's like these guys, as soon as they reach 10,000, their birthday 10,000, their brain immediately starts getting amnesia and Alzheimer's and stuff like that. So they immediately start declining. And that's when Davoth started to influence her mind. So she is being manipulated. So who knows how much of it is actually her? It could be completely, meaning you take away the influence, she'll see reason, or it's like this was always a little bit in her and the influence brought it out.
The Khan Maykr is present at this gathering, but when outside of her domain...
Damn it. I've got a collectible.
By all accounts, indestructible.
And before I go on, there's a collectible here. There it is. Deag Nilox. One of the three Hell Priests, Deag Nilox, is charged with ensuring that Hell's invasion of Earth succeeds. He prefers to operate on the planet's surface, working in his unholy barge carried on the back of a demonic titan. This provides him an elevated mobile position where he can oversee the campaign against humanity. Spiteful and cruel, Nilox frequently captures civilians alive so that their still living blood can be harvested for his occult rituals. Yeah, okay, so on the left is what he was before he betrayed his people and, got high on dark essence, hell essence. Left is him being basically an envoy of the Khan Maykr on Argenta. Oh, and I think we unlocked a few more codex. Yeah, an arachnotron. An arachnotron are built with genetic material recovered from the remains of the original Spider Mastermind. So the Spider Mastermind is what Olivia Pierce was transformed into, and it also directly referenced the first or second game where the main boss was a mastermind, a Spider Mastermind. Bioengineered from a cyber augmentation, while its actual body exhibits only limited mobility, the oddly cerebral qualities of the arachnotron makes it a prime candidate for the impulse-controlled prosthetic frame that is now permanently inhabits the UAC facility responsible for the Enactotron's creation, intending to engineer a weaponized demon of their own design, was overrun after an outbreak occurred inside one of its assembly plant, killing everyone inside. The facility, still operating under the directive of the administrative AI, continued to manufacture Arachnotrons autonomously. That's how it happens. So the UAC is dead, but their research division, the R&D, is still pumping out abominations. Yeah, we'll go back. Nope. So this is the ones we get when we go back. Doomblade. Got that equipment launcher. Custom built to fit the Doomslayer's Predator suit, this soldier-mounted ordnance system is modified to serve a variety of combat roles. Designed as a universal munitions platform, the equipment launcher is capable of altering its armament configuration with the press of a switch activated by a reflex sensor located on the interior of the Predator suit's gauntlet. In its flame belch configuration, the launcher spits a grout of fire exceeding 1,000 degrees Celsius, setting even the sturdiest of demons aflame, while in its grenade launcher configuration, the launcher fires a traditional UAC model frag explosive, projectile-based payload not dissimilar to that of the ice bomb, wherein the launcher fires a EYE C-40 gas canister to flash freeze nearby targets. Okay, that was everything I missed. I'll see you guys in the next one.
No man can pass through the gate.
I am no man.
This stops nothing. The sacrament of this world to the great Khan Maykr will be made, and the energy will be restored once again. As it is written, from the souls of the non-believers, you will not save them from their judgment.
You go too far this time. You cannot interfere. This is humanity's chance to repent, to give service to us. You cannot resist the will of the Khan Maykr.
Activating the portal now.
For it was you who was meant to enforce it.
So, again, 10,000 years, her mind started degrading. So, humanity, law of creation, that they believe is law of creation, usually they would have been helping us, helped us, took pity on them, and gave humanity technology. But then her mind started getting corrupted. She saw her main goal, infinite life, became top priority, and all the lesser creatures became expendable.